Does Karen know?
Karen knows we're working on it.
I just don't want to get in trouble because it's usually me that's late.
We're on. So I'm going to send them this link. I'll pop this in the chat right over here. Okay. I got the link, so I'll get people to you.
Did you hear me? I am always the one who's late. So we're not in the right place, but now we are, and I want to welcome you to the Leo Full Moon ceremony. Listen, whenever we start is the right time. I apologize. We started and stopped like 4 times, but we are finally officially where we're going to be for tonight, and it's a Leo full moon. No, you know I always get in trouble for being late, and I wasn't. So I'm going to tell the principal to fuck right off when I get in trouble tonight. How are you guys? Let me tell you what tonight is, and let me tell you what tonight is not. Tonight is not about being well-behaved. Tonight is not about being on time. Tonight is about being wild, because it's a Leo full moon, and I've been in the vibe for probably 3 or 4 days. I'm very sensitive to the Leo moon. How many of you are Leo, sun, moon, or rising? Because you're going to feel it. So yeah, you all can send an email to Dave and tell him I was not the reason we're late tonight. I always get in trouble, especially when we're in Tucson, and we were having a really good Mexican meal, so I could have been late tonight, but I was here. Leo moon, Leo rising, Leo sun. Anyway, if it looks like I'm sitting in a doctor's office, I'm not. I'm just in an Airbnb, and I'm on the road because we come to the Tucson Gym Show once a year. And if you are following us in social media, you've probably seen me talking about all the things. I am so happy you're here. So I'm going to smudge again, which means I'm going to clear the energy of the space, and I'm going to talk to you about what the Leo full moon is all about. And I'm going to be a little briefer about it because we're starting a few minutes behind, but I'm not going to take away from what tonight is, because tonight is not just a Leo full moon. It really isn't. Pluto, which is an outer planet in our solar system, it has transited to Aquarius from Capricorn. How many of you know what that means? What it means is that, because Pluto sort of governs all the things that we don't see, acknowledge, or integrate. So all the things that got you in trouble when you were little, what got you in trouble? You know what got me in trouble? Boys and talking. I was always in trouble. I just enjoyed those two things. So that's usually why I was in a principal's office, was either boys talking or being late. What a surprise. So for me, what I have to look at as Pluto moves from Capricorn, which is all about the rules and structures, into Aquarius, which is all about seeing things from a new perspective, doing things differently, and also understanding what benefits the greater good. What I have to do is look at how talking and not working well with time and some of those things that got me in trouble as a nice young person could actually be gifts. Have you seen that meme in social media? How many of you on your report card says talks too much, and then you end up, what do you do for a living? You open your mouth. You talk to your neighbor, like you pass notes, right? So a lot of us ended up being successful through the channels that got us in trouble when we were young. When I'm on time for anything, half the time nobody believes it, right? Because time is a third dimensional construct. It doesn't exist in the dimensions outside of the human experience. So I don't enjoy it. I don't wear a watch. I have just always kind of felt like time was ridiculous. I don't enjoy it. And so now in my work, I work with higher dimensional frequencies, which don't include time and also don't really include space. So I would encourage you to look at the ways in which your early patterning of things that got you in trouble could actually lead to making you successful. What do I know? Welcome to the Leo full moon. So tonight we're working with the Sphinx. And I have something really important to tell you about the Sphinx. And by the way, this is our head of graphic design, Bruce, is a magician. And this is what he did with the Sphinx. Now, I have Egyptian lineage. How many of you have Egyptian lineage? I always say everybody's from Africa. And that's actually, there's science behind that. We were talking about that at dinner tonight. It's a long story for another class. But I really love what he did here because I think of the Sphinx as being, right, a hybrid creature. Now, every full moon this year, we're working with mythical beings. But do you know what the Sphinx was really good at? Do you know what the Sphinx, one of its magical properties is? Riddling. What's a riddle? A riddle is kind of a puzzle. It's information that takes you a minute to understand because you have to pull it apart and synthesize it and put it together in your own words. So I want to tell you that one of the reasons we chose the Sphinx is because it's so Leo, right? And we'll talk more about the what the Sphinx actually represents. It's body of a lion and head of a human. So it has paws, claws. In the back, this is a Sphinx carved out of sandstone, by the way, which is your enter to win for your Virgo full moon kit for next month. We'll talk about it later. And then the front is human, right? So human and then lion or cat. So it's a hybrid, two-formed creature. Now, I want to tell you what the Sphinx is known for, and I want to see if this resonates with you. So you might want to, normally I have music playing and stuff where we're kind of like out of our environment with playlists and things, but I want you to imagine that you are in a space where you can hear and feel the vibration. I'll drum for you a little bit. Ready? Here are the affirmations for the Sphinx, for your Leo full moon. And you can say it with me if you want. These are kind of affirmations that I'm embodying too, because we have this whole cycle now to illuminate this energy. The full moon shines a big bright light on everything you need to see, but also things that you don't see. And I am feeling the energy, the sort of lioness, Sphinx, trickster, riddling. You know, I appear one way, I am another, right? Like not everything is visible. I love the great mystery. Like part of what keeps me excited about being a human being is that I don't know everything and I have things to learn. So it keeps me humble, but also really excited. There are 4 things the Sphinx knows or does. Number 1 is knowledge. The Sphinx says, I know. What do you know? The Sphinx says, I will. So I know things. I will things. Now, not just I will, like I will do something, but I create. I'm a force of creation. So there's a lot of creativity energy tonight. And then here's my favorite one. You ready? I dare. I dare. I dare you, I dare myself, I dare this planet. Be bigger, be better, be stronger, be wiser, be more powerful. Stop fucking around, you know what I mean? Like be your full embodied self. And then what the hardest part of the Sphinx medicine is, you ready? I stay quiet. How often does a lion roar? Anybody know the fast scientific facts on that, by the way? Do you know how often a lion roars? Lions roar when you have pushed them to the absolute last breath of their ability to sit with whatever is going on. If a lion gets up, it's one thing. If a lion roars, you have pushed that animal to a point where it has to react. So the greatest gift, but also the greatest hardship for the lion, and those of you who are Leo, you know this. We see things, we know things, we can create things, right? We have all of this. We're kind of like the magician. We're also the strength card, right? In the tarot, the major arcana of the tarot. But if you make me roar, it's over. Once the lion roars, it is going to attack, and there's almost nothing in the predatory world that can survive a lion attack. But that's why it doesn't attack very often, right? So what I want you to think about tonight is, where are you able to just sit with the knowing, with the creativity, with the manifestation, without having to roar? Actually being able to just sit in the quiet and not do anything or say anything. Because that's when lions are out in the sun and they're rolling around, everybody goes, oh, look, it's a lion. Like, they're not really that dangerous. And it's like, put earmuffs over your kids. I really, with a lion, wouldn't really fuck around and find out. If it was me out on the savannah and I saw a lion and I was like, I wonder how far I can push that beast. That's not something I'm going to try. So I'm saying that with Leos too. If you, this moon is about understanding how strong you are, how much you know, how much you can create, how much you can manifest, and then how much you can hold so that you don't take that. Once that energy comes out in any kind of manifest expression, it's diluted. And so part of the power of the Sphinx and the lion is the less you say, the better. And it's harder to be quiet than it is to express. It's harder to stay your voice than it is to shout, right? It's harder to restrain than it is to express. And so all of us, for this full moon, it's going to be a balance of like, I see you, I see what you're doing, but I'm going to restrain, or I know more than I'm saying, or I know how to manifest, but I'm not going to share all of my secrets, right? I can be in this great mystery, and I don't have to roar, because by the time I roar, the war is over, right? Does that make sense? So that's kind of where we are now. I'm going to bring you back to the art because you can see it in her, right? I see you. And I can sit with my knowledge and my wisdom. And the hardest part sometimes of being in your power is not expressing. Are you ready for a Leo full moon ceremony? She cackles, right? This is the thing with Leos. By the time we are up and on our haunches and our paws, even my cat Smudge, like by the time he has a paw pulled back, you've pushed him too far. He wants to be in restraint. So we're going to light our candle. This is our secret of the Sphinx. And you learn the secrets tonight. To will, to know, to dare, and to keep silent. And tonight is the night. If you want to step into your queenly energy, there's a lot I don't share publicly, but I had the most transcendental experience last night, and I was just falling asleep. And I woke up this morning and it continued. It was almost like a dream that didn't end. And I swear to you, it was all about this energy of what does it mean to be the queen and how, whoever you are, because that's what for me, the lion energy is all about majesty and monarchy, right? What does it mean? If you prefer king, what does it mean to be the king? And what does it mean you have to do? And what does it mean you don't have to do? So I'm sitting in this energy field and I hope you are enjoying it. The candle and the perfume are sandalwood, which calms the mind. So hopefully you're feeling that. There's a little blue lotus for rebirth because we're talking about Egypt. So blue lotus flowers were buried with the pharaohs and the priestesses and the priests because it was thought to guarantee like really swift, quick passage to the afterlife. And then black pepper and pink pepper, which is for energizing you, but also for dropping you into your heart center and your love center, which is super important. And then rosemary, which is for cleansing and purification. And all of that. Reincarnation was very important to the Egyptians, and it's one of the reasons that we all resonate, I think, with the Egyptian civilization is because I believe I'm reincarnated. A lot of you probably do too. Just a little bit at your third eye for what you know, at your wrist for what you do, at your ankles for where you go. And I'm proud of you. I really am. So you got, I don't have the sticker to show you. I do have the canvas to show you, and then I have the card to show you. So these are collectible cards, which kind of create an oracle deck at the end of the year in your kit. So it says, as you stand before the Sphinx, your path demands your inner strength and insight. Trust in your wisdom and intuition, for within you lies the key to unraveling life's mysteries, which we were just talking about this as Team SG tonight, like life's mysteries and like how crazy all of it is. Navigate through life's puzzles, the riddles, with grace. For as you solve each riddle, you will unlock new pathways toward enlightenment and triumph. You are meant to overcome. Right? So, I'm a big believer in reincarnation. So your tools for tonight I want to show you are not diet soda, but I need it. We are making a sand jar together. And so you got your empty jar with all of your sand colors, which I will walk you through the color magic for each of these. You got your bag of clear quartz chipstones, which will go on the top, and it seals really tightly too, which I love. And hopefully you will have this forever and ever because it's going to be charged at tonight's full moon. You got a double terminated wand with lapis and clear quartz for activating your inner royalty. And it has the Sphinx engraved into the front of it. So I'm going to use that to open our circle tonight, and then your perfume and all of your goodies tonight too. I do like cherry Coke. My Dr. Pepper is my favorite. I know it's so funny, but it's like my favorite thing. There's a whole case of it in the fridge here. I know it's not good for you, but I just love it so much. Not everything that's good for you is fun. Says the Leo. So I want you to roll your shoulders back, call your energy into present time. I'm going to get you into a nice dropped-in space here. I'm showing you a rattle, and we talked about these last night. We actually are bringing these to you from Tucson. Rattles, and this one has a hummingbird on it, which is for super high vibrational energy. Rattles, clear energy, and they break it up in your energy field. So if you're holding, like, let's say around your heart, you're feeling sad or anxious, or like you're holding on to the past too much, you can work with your rattle around your heart space to break that energy up. If you have pain anywhere in the body, I don't have any pain right now, but like let's say you had pain in your right hip, as long as it's within 2 feet of your energy field, the rattle is breaking up energy. Sort of like when you have muscles that are tight and constricted and you go in and you do like deep tissue with your thumbs, your elbows, or washout tools or whatever you're working with, how it moves the energy. Rattle does that in your energy field. So I'm just going to break it all up for you tonight. So if you want to just sit and kind of stretch your arms out, and I will move the rattle through your field. And then above you, over your heart space. And then if you want, you can turn around if you're standing or you're sitting. If you want to turn around, I can also clear behind you. It's an exfoliation. And your crystals need it too. They really do. Your crystals tonight are in your kit. So we want to clear that quartz, which will just allow its own vibration, and whatever intention and focus we set for tonight, that will be the focus for that particular tool, which is great. So yeah, we have those rattles at sagegoddess.com. We'll link to them for you. There's a really fun ender to win today too if you're shopping, which is this Twin Soul Aquamarine for emotional healing and renewal. So Karen Company will link to that for you. And there's a little gift for purchase today. There's all kinds of fun things because we're at Tucson, so I'll tell you more about that later. Okay, normally I open our circle with selenite, and I'm going to do that tonight anyway because it's just a good cleansing ritual. But because you have a double term wand tonight, I'm also going to open our circle a second time with your lapis and quartz. And I'm going to tell you this tool will allow you to send empowerment to someone else or to receive empowerment from another direction. And if that's part of your intention setting process, I think that's very important. What I do want you to think about tonight is, what is your intention? We don't get a Leo full moon very often. And I know we talk about intentions at the new moon usually, but when you have a Leo full moon, what you're doing with your intention is you're telling the moonlight where to go. Okay? Think about your life, okay? Your life is big, it's full, right? You may have animals or kids or friends or coworkers or I don't know, whatever you have in your life. It's busy, especially if you get older, right? You have your parents, maybe, if you're still lucky. At the full moon, what we want to do is tell that big, beautiful planet in all of its watery wisdom, we want to direct the light to where we want to focus in our lives. So last night, like I said, it was crazy. I was having this total transcendental experience around this concept of monarchy and rulership and all of these things. And I was thinking about it before I went to bed. I journaled and then I went to sleep. I had all these dreams. I woke up this morning, was still in the space. I am telling you, a Leo full moon is different from the other ones because Leo literally is about what means power to you, how you create, how you force change, how you move your will in the world. And directing this moonlight tonight with your desire is so important. Leos, we're nothing if we're not desire, right? I mean, all we are is a big ball of desire. I want this, I want that, yay, I want everything. And so like the universe kind of has trouble keeping up with us. Tonight, we're going to pour that into a bottle. You ever wished you could bottle your desire? I have. Yeah, I mean, we get one a year, y'all. We're going to bottle our desire tonight. You ready? My mantra is, give it to me, I'm worth it. Which is a song that's now going to be stuck in your head, and you're welcome. It's a very Leo mantra. Okay, so we've opened our circle. And I think it was one of our first 9 attempts to go live tonight where I talked about this drum. This drum is from Tucson. And I'm going to give it away tomorrow. Isn't it very Leo? It's a nice Remo frame drum. I'm going to sign it for whoever wins it tomorrow. Team SG will have the details. But I thought it was very animal print. And so I'm not keeping it. It'll be one of yours after this. What a drum to keep. So stay tuned. Just close your eyes and let yourself be fully in this moment. And thank you for being with us on the road. We appreciate you. Be with your breath. It's very feline, isn't it? It's very sphinxy, darling. Yeah. All right, guides and guardians of the East, we welcome you in for new beginnings, new breath, new possibilities. You are here. And we're grateful. You should be purring. You should be roaring. The nice thing is when a lion is not roaring, it's purring. Because we're happy. So I'm calling all kitties. I'm calling in the guides and the guardians of the South. Big old fire energy tonight. Seriously, we have kindling to burn. Create room and space, expansion, energies of transformation and courage and passion. You are here. And we are so happy. Guides and guardians of the West. Emotional healing, renewal, prosperity, abundance. guardians of peace, patience, protection, purpose, you are here. We are so happy. Guides and guardians of the ether, element of spirit, thank you for animating the other form. We welcome you. You are here. Under a Leo full moon. Live from Tucson, Arizona. With your resident Sphinx. Yeah, I'm going to sign this beautiful thing and send it off to one of you tomorrow, so we're really excited about that. I know. Are you feeling it? The kind of sphinxy cat energy of it all. You ready? If you fall asleep, it's good. You know, spirit makes you fall asleep during ceremony because you're thinking too much. You know that, right? Gotta get out of your head. Your head's not the best place to be all the time. The Leo's gonna fix her shawl. Your head's a weird place, right? It makes you think things that aren't true, and it makes you worry about things that aren't gonna happen and stuff. Like, get out of your head, get into your body. Go outside and purr. Put your paws on the ground. Yeah, it's true. Okay, so now we know what the Sphinx is. We know what our work is. Now we're going to create together. Now, you can make this with whatever you want, okay? My little medicine bottle with the different colored sand. So if you have a little bottle or a little jar and you have regular sand, like let's say you, I don't know, I love to travel to tropical places, so I have sand from, you know, a beach where we spend some time with the kids or whatever. You can use whatever you want. If you got the tools for this month, though, you have all these little fun bags that actually kind of go in chakra order-ish. So we are going to do a little color magic right now. Now here's what I'm going to tell you with this little craft for tonight. Because the energy is so big, I want you to be very intentional with how you're working with it. Before I put anything in a jar, my personal practice is to clear the jar. So I take a little white sage leaf. If you have an incense stick, you can use that too. And what I like to do is light the sage and then just put the leaf inside the jar and let the smoke rise a little bit. Yeah. You can drop the whole thing in there if you want, but I just want, you can see the bottle filling with smoke, which is magic. So we're just going to let that, and then the smoke stays. Isn't that sexy? It's amazing how one little leaf of sage is all you really need to clear an entire space. And then I always teach you, but do what you will. It's antimicrobial, antifungal, and antibacterial. So it's really good to have a little white sage smoke in your nasal passages. So happy you guys are here. Okay. So that is, I'm not reading from the book tonight, just so you know, The Art of Dreaming. I will be reading from the book soon in our apothecary group. So if you have the book, if that's what you guys are talking about, Jared and Jasmine, is that what they're asking about? If that's what you guys are asking about, this is, I just want to make sure you've ordered this because I'm reading from this book in my classroom group. Yeah. I dropped some sage. Oh, that's terrible. Now I have ash. I'll put some of that in my jar. Dropping things is sometimes kind of good. Yeah, The Art of Dreaming by Carlos Castaneda is our book of the quarter in my online program called Apothecary, which the team is here and they will tell you all about that in our feed. But it's one of my favorite books on the planet, and I am going to be reading to my students from it. So if you have not ordered it yet, it would be good to have that book. And I'm probably going to start reading from it here while we're in Tucson. So if you haven't ordered it yet, now's a good opportunity to do that. Okay. So here's what I want to show you with our crafting. We are working with all of the different forms of color magic tonight. So the first color that we're going to put, and we're going to work from the bottom to the top. So just like the sample that I'm showing you here, but you don't have to use all the colors. And I'm going to tell you myself tonight, I may or may not use all of the colors because I'm not working all of the magic myself. So I really want you to pour the sand as you're doing it, but not necessarily as I'm telling you, because this is your jar. And so it's going to be your magic and how you choose to work with the colors and the chakras and everything else, okay? I'm so happy you guys are here. Yeah, and by the way, like I said, Karen's in the feed, Team SG is here. They will answer all of your questions in the feed. The red sand is for your root chakra. And this is for, if you put this into your jar, as you pour the crystals of sand from your bag into the jar, the intention here should be aligned with the root. And I love how I'm pouring the sand in. Can you see it? And the smoke is rising. Can you guys see that? I don't know if you can see it. It's happening in person. If that isn't magic, I don't know what is. Can you see it? You can see it kind of. Isn't that cool? Okay, so this is, I am grounded, I am safe, I am worthy. And if you don't have the colors, you can use plain sand and ask the moon to illuminate and charge your sand. Okay? So you can be creative with this. You can put crystals in here. I mean, this is your jar. You make it what you want it to be. Okay? So I am grounded, I am worthy, I am safe. Everything associated with the root chakra as my base layer. Now I'm always doing root chakra work myself. It's just part of my process because my root chakra, since I came onto the planet, has always been a little destabilized. Anytime you have trauma as a small child, you're going to have root chakra areas of focus. So you're not unique. I'm not unique, right? A lot of us have root chakra issues, but they can be healed. And so it's always good to acknowledge those challenges you may have in the early parts of your life. The root chakra forms between the ages of 0 and 5. So whatever happened in that time frame is what we're addressing. Okay. Now I'm doing major sacral work. So this is the sacral chakra activation of this jar, which is I desire, I create, I am passionate, I am alive, I am full of sexuality, sensuality. Everything I desire is already on its way to me. Every bit of that sacral sand in there. That also is your inner fire. And it's interesting because when we're in the, as they say, the dead of winter, a lot of times all of that passion and desire seems like it's so far away, but this is exactly the time when you want to activate it and work with those energies. So the next bag of sand, color of sand we're working with is the golden sand, which is the solar plexus. And this is my real area of work. This is I will, right? This is so much Sphinx energy. This is I will, I am, I build, I can, I am strong enough, right? This is your center of confidence. And like, so it's just like, you know what? I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am strong. Stronger than I know, stronger than other people tell me I am. Nothing is outside of my reach. Like whatever your great solar plexus affirmations are. Isn't it pretty? And again, yours is going to unfold in the layers exactly as it's meant to. And I would just leave it because even as you blend it, it's going to start to make your own little, it's like a volcano of energy. Now we gave you kind of a traditional sort of a basic sand color, which I am charging as the heart chakra. So we don't have a green sand for you. So this sort of golden color, more than the yellow, is going to be our heart chakra sand for tonight. So here it is. I love, I'm worthy of love, I'm open to love, I am able to love, And then what I'm going to do is also work with the pink, which represents that same vibration. So I'm going to, over that layer of that sort of dark gold, I'm going to add my pink, which is I am love. My body knows how to create love, how to express love, how to manifest love. My heart is open. Even if it's been broken, it can be healed. Because honestly, under a Leo full moon, you got to sit with that intention and that viability, that possibility. It's beautiful, isn't it? Now, I'm so happy you're here. Hey, Tammy Joe. Yeah, the able to be loved part is really important. I'm going to be a Leo for just a second because honestly, if you look up Leo in the damn dictionary, there's a picture of me. I literally am a textbook Leo. You don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Don't do that. You are perfect. There is nothing to fix, change, or solve. You are great. You're awesome. You're lovable. You're admirable. You're powerful. You're a force of creation. There's no one like you on the planet. And that's not an ego thing. Like, Leo wants you to rise up and just own this possibility that you really are this unique force of creation that no one has ever been able to replicate. And no one, when you're gone, there won't ever be anybody like you again on this planet, ever again. Ever. Are we good? Cue product cam. Throat chakra. I speak my truth. To myself and to others, I'm not afraid to express. I'm here to speak some truth. I'm here to live in truth and authenticity. And I'm not really here to be friends with anybody who doesn't want to be on that boat with me. Get off my boat. It's my boat. It's really nice being able to say these things under a Leo full moon, because if it was like a Virgo full moon, I'd be like, well, we should really think about it. And if it's under a Libra full moon, I'd be like, well, I don't want to offend anybody. And if it was under a Scorpio full moon, I'd be like, wow, maybe we should just have sex. And then if it was under a Sagittarius full moon, I would say, well, there's got to be a greater truth throughout, though. We should pursue it, and maybe through the path of wisdom we can understand it. If it's a Capricorn full moon, I would be like, well, maybe we haven't worked hard enough. Maybe we should work harder and follow the rules. But it's not. You know, I am feeling like I want to do the third eye. If it was under a Gemini full moon, it would be like, which one of my personalities are we working with? The one personality says, I'm totally on this boat, and the other personality says, I'm not on this boat, and it depends on which day it is. If it was a Pisces full moon, we would say, I can imagine a universe where all of this is true. That sounds like a beautiful place to live. And if it was a Cancer full moon, I would be like, I don't know. But it's not. So I use my third eye now to see the truth. I don't know. Scorpios? Scorpios are here to do it. Did I miss anybody? Oh, Aquarius. And the Aquarians don't even care that I didn't include them. Aquarians like, I don't care. I do it differently anyway. Fuck it. Oh, Aries full moon is like, I will tell you the best way to do this. And if you don't do it my way, you will be wrong and you will suffer the consequences. And Taurus full moon, I think, would be like, as long as I get my part, my piece, I really don't, it's fine. Like, the rest of you can do whatever you want to do. I just need to make sure, like, don't mess with my space. Yeah, Virgo full moon would just say to work harder. Leo would be like, I'm on vacation, darling. So this is Crown. I'm connecting with all forces now. The higher dimensional realities, angels, archangels, all ascended masters, light beings across timelines and dimensions, and my ancestors who are in the spirit realm. That was a very, like, honey badger guide to the full moon and the signs, but I did my best. So here's what I'm going to do that's a little bit different than what our team did with the sample. And it's just because I love the scent of this perfume so much. So what you can do if you want to, and I'm going to tell you the other thing I'm doing with this to inspire you, but you don't have to do it, okay? Somewhere I've offended somebody, and it's a Leo full moon, so you're going to deal with it. Okay. I'm going to pour some of my perfume into the bag of my chipstones because it's quartz. And it's going to, so this is going to magnify all the energies of these oils, which again is all of the, it's deep meditation, but it's also manifestation and it's expansion and all of those things. And the reason I'm doing this is that when I pour this on top of my sand, and I don't put the lid on it, you can do it differently if you want to. It becomes a diffuser, okay? So this is going to sit in my, wherever I put it. Here in my Airbnb, it'll go into my bedroom because I love the smell of these oils so much. I'm going to use the little end of my white sage to kind of push that down. And then what you can do too is you can take wood, like reed sticks, to make this into a diffuser. Or you can just leave it open. If you want to cap it, you still can. What I would not do is shake this around a bunch because it's going to, I mean you can, but it'll change the layer of the colors, and you really focused the energy of the moon into this container. But it's a really cool way to diffuse your oils, and it smells really good. Sand problems. Listen, again, this is not a Virgo full moon. It doesn't have to be perfect. You should actually try to fuck this thing up. It's a Leo full moon. We're doing things however we want to do it. We're breaking every rule and we're talking about it. Who cares? If there's sand everywhere, you'll clean it up. You'll figure it out. I have faith in you. I'm going to take some of this on my finger too, just because it feels good to do it, and rub it into the drum. As I'm giving this drum away after tonight, so that way whoever gets the drum will we'll get an infused tool. It's not glitter. Michelle remembers I have PTSD from my daughter spilling glitter when she was little. It was not my favorite thing. Okay, now you can. Now here's another alternative for you. Okay, I'm just giving you options. You can take your, I'm not going to do this, but you can take your candle and you can actually pour your wax around the top of the bottle and seal the vessel. So it becomes like an intention jar. But because I'm working with mine as a diffuser of my oil, because I love the scent so much, I'm not doing that. And then, like I said, I'm going to put reeds in here, or you can put any kind of wood that is porous, and let them stand out of it, and it will become, you've seen those like oil diffusers, right? So if you have reeds from another diffuser, you can put them in there, and it'll be a beautiful functional tool to bring scent magic into your home too. And that is our crafting for this evening. So now, before we close our circle, because it's hard to believe, but we are 5 minutes away from the top of the hour, which is nuts. So yeah, if you join late, I ordered this drum to come to our Airbnb because our drums are big and I didn't want to carry it on the plane. So I ordered this, and I think it's beautiful for the Leo full moon, but I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to give it away tomorrow, and Karen has the 411. So it's kind of, it's very Leo 9 feline. So we have that as a giveaway. We have other giveaways tonight too that I'll tell you about. So it's kind of fun. I get to give somebody my drum. So with the last few minutes that we have, here's what I want you to do tonight for me as your Leo sister. Because it is truly what I would ask you to do if we weren't in a public ceremony, if we were just sitting across the table from each other. I want you to literally imagine that moon, which is so big and full and beautiful, go out and give thanks to her tonight. There's no eclipse activity. I want you to imagine that light, because it's true, is actually running through your hands. It's running through your wand. It's running through your veins, right? The moon affects us in so many ways. Your body is so much water, and we're so pulled by the tides. And then we wonder, like, why do I feel more? Because under a Leo full moon, you're going to feel energetic, sexy, combative, outspoken, bossy, proud, authentic, real, feral, inappropriate, right? Like, these are all the energies you're probably feeling right now. So I want you to imagine that you can bring those energies down through your hands. We call it drawing down the moon. Starhawk, I believe, coined the term, but we all stand in her legacy. And I want you to imagine that you can send that energy to one area of your life. Is it love? Is it work? Is it... Try one, though, right? Like your relationships. Where do you want to send that focus of light? Where do you need to feel, truthfully, like a queen or a king in your life? If I could wave my wand and you would have full authority, which is the same root word as author, which is to write your story. If you have authority, you are in complete charge of how the narrative unfolds. If I could crown you king or queen tonight in your life in one place, what authority would that give you? And how would you start to behave? What would you stop doing? And you might say, well, I would stop apologizing to people. Great. We're all done with that. I would stop feeling like shit all the time about myself. Great. So we're going to totally stop feeling like shit. I would stop pouring energy into dysfunctional relationships. Well, I love that for us. We're not going to do that anymore. Or I would stop... what is it? Fill in the blank. You can put it in the feed. You can hold it in your own mind. But where do you need to stand up on your haunches tonight and really declare, this is the line? Like, past this is my sovereignty. Past this is my authority. And you don't have access to that. I go to this point with you, and then past this is my power. You don't get to go there. Because every Leo will tell you that. We wrote the book. Where is it? Where are we pouring that? I mean, in a shamanic way, we really are infusing, right, the different layers of our energy field with this full power. And to stand in that power is intimidating. If you're not used to it, it's going to feel real rickety at first. Like, whoa, I don't know how to do this. But then you'll get more used to it, right? And guess what? They say to dress for the job you want. That's what life is. Life is going to create what you intend. So when you direct this energy, like, I want to feel powerful, I want to feel competent, I want to feel capable, I want to feel embraced, and I want to feel connected, and I want to feel, whatever it is, it's going to start sending that energy into those places. What I want you to stop doing, and this is the bus I'm on too, stop sending energy to shitty places. Stop sending energy into, I hope this doesn't happen, or I don't want this to happen. You're actually still telling the universe what to do, but you're putting it in negative terms. So you have to switch the gears tonight, and this is a big wake-up call for you because we're right at the beginning of 2024. Like, you don't want this to be a repeat of 2023. We have better astrological omens this year. But it's not going to be that much easier if you don't put in the work now and start to tell that moon where to go. So we have cosmic, divine right power to say, this is what I want to create. And I'm all done with whatever other BS was going on. Cheers. You can direct it to money. Like, I'm ready now to be in control of my finances. Thank you so much. I'm ready now to be the queen in my relationship. Thank you so much. I'm ready now to be appreciated and valued at work. Thank you so much. Cheers. Do it now. And I'm sending this directly to you. Power to you. You're all sacral and throat tonight. I like that. Remember, once the lion is up, the next step is it has to roar. And then the third step is somebody doesn't have a head. Best to work with the lion at its peak moments. Did you send it? big light. Where are we going? Let me do it myself too. You can charge this jar too under that big full moon light, which is so awesome. And again, if you want to use your wax to seal it, you can, or you can extinguish your flame. But that will not extinguish the flame in you. You are in your power tonight. Aho. I'm proud of myself because I'm such a Leo. I am doing this ceremony like in what looks like a doctor's office. It's not beautifully decorated, and I don't have any music, so I had to be the rhythm for us tonight. So I feel really good about my work here. It's a very Leo thing to be in a state of self-appreciation. I'm proud of you. You're all done, right, with the bullshits. Now we move on. Yes, be done, be done, be done. And Leo's like, you don't have to make a ceremony out of it even. Just like do it. You waiting for permission? From who? I've been ready to do this damn ceremony all day long. I was ready 3 days ago. So thank you to the guides and the guardians of the elements, of spirit, of earth, of water, of fire, of air. Thank you for magic, for grounding. Thank you for healing and for power. Thank you for clarity. Coughing. I'm so glad I get to send this drum to one of you. It's kind of cool. When I said it tonight to Team SG, I was like, I think I'm going to give this away. Everybody was like, oh yeah, that's cool. It's so cool. It looks like a cat. It will remind you, whoever wins it, the lioness with them. Love you guys. You're going to do it, right? Everything? So together we say, Amen. Aho. And so it is. I have no Leos in my life. I really don't. Like, not in my close, intimate circle. So, but like Whitney Houston said, I'm every woman. It's all in me. Heard laughter in the background somewhere. Is that you, Jasmine? Ah. Seriously, Leos don't need like a bunch of other Leos. It's like going to a club and there's too many people. It's better to space us out. I was in my element tonight, y'all. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your hostess. I'm not kidding. Honestly, this is just what it is. And if you've ever wondered what it's like to be a Leo, now you got a really up close front row seat to the party. Now, when I was in Mexico, I was really lucky because I got to connect with artisans and a shaman who work with these incredible whistles that are handmade in Mexico, I did not think I would ever be able to put one in a full moon kit for you. I believe they're almost sold out. These are at sagegoddess.com. This is one part of your Virgo full moon kit for next month. So you're also getting, basically for free, Unleash Perfume, the candle, the incense cones, which are incredible, and Werewolf, your card. The code is GEM for 24% off. If you're an apothecary, you can actually use your discount code, which is a quiet code, for almost 30% off. You can actually use it on your full moon kit. Do not miss this kit. Yeah, I just woke up all your animals. That's awesome. So there's a couple things to tell you. If you get your kit before midnight, before they sell out, I won't have any more of the whistles. So if you're like, I want that next month, I'm going to be like, you had your chance. The code is GEM for 24% off. One of you is going to win an authentic Egyptian sandstone Sphinx for your altar. That's the enter to win for today. If you go to Facebook with the link that Karen has and you comment and say, I got my Virgo full moon kit, one of you is going to enter to win this double term. It's a twin aquamarine that I'm giving away today. With any $20 purchase, you're automatically getting a clear quartz disco ball from the Tucson show. And our Tucson at Twilight, which is a brand new listing. Every afternoon we bring you something brand new from Tucson. Do I have it here? It is our teal fluorite. We're going to show it to you in just a second. So there's some really beautiful faceted teal fluorite gems tonight at sagegoddess.com, brand new from Tucson today, which is the Stone of Truth and Following Your Soul's Truest Path, which we thought was so perfect for the Leo full moon. And I think, I'm not sure, Karen will tell you, we may still have some of the multicolor sapphire spheres. Aren't these beautiful? This is new from Tucson tonight. This is teal fluorite. And everything is 24% off with code GEM. So go get your wolf whistle and your Virgo full moon kit. Go get your multicolor sapphire sphere. Enjoy your free gift. Comment on Facebook. And that's everything I have for you. And blessings right back to you. It was so good to be with you guys tonight. Thank you for your patience as we got up and running tonight. And next month, we will work with medicine of wolf and werewolf and shape-shifting and unleashing your inner power under the Virgo full moon. If there are any of the tools from tonight available, Karen will let you know. There's questions about the wand and the different parts of tonight's set, like the sand bottles, and I don't know. Sometimes we have extra little bits and pieces left over, but Karen will guide you. And I want to say thank you so much to Team SG, who's here on the ground, part of us, and the rest of us at home. Thank you for helping us make this a successful evening for all of you. So what's ahead? I am here at the Tucson show for quite a few more days. So if you want to see everything behind the scenes, sagegoddess.com/apothecary to join my online program, which is where the party kind of continues. I did 2 lives there today and I think 2 or 3 yesterday. I'll be live more with you tomorrow. They get special kind of behind the scenes things. And then next week, I believe it is Tuesday, is our Sage Goddess edition of the live gem and mineral sale. I bought a couple things for the sale today. So there's some things you have never seen. And that'll be starting at 3 p.m. Pacific time. That's 4 p.m. Tucson time on YouTube. So make sure you're subscribed to our channel. And I think that's everything. Happy Leo full moon. Go misbehave and tell whoever you're misbehaving with that I told them you had permission. Remember, it's better to purr than roar. I'll see you soon. Whitney Houston said it. I'm every woman, it's all on me. See you soon.